Hi friends, welcome to Queer Kid Stuff. I'm Linz and this is my best friend Teddy. And this is Teddy's Book Club, where every week we read picture books by LGBTQ+ authors. This week we're reading Sparkle Boy. Look at how sparkly and shiny that is. It's written by Leslie Newman and it's illustrated by Maria Mola. Now, have you ever been told by someone, maybe a friend, maybe someone at your school, maybe by a grown-up, have you ever been told, you can't wear that because you're a boy, you can't wear that because you're a girl? Well, that's something that happens to the main character in this book. That's Casey on the cover right there. And Casey gets told that he can't do something because he's a boy, but you know what we learn? Is that Casey can do whatever he wants, no matter what gender he identifies as. So we're gonna look at that with Casey, Sparkle Boy. All right, this is Sparkle Boy, written by Leslie Newman and illustrated by Maria Mola. All right, let's meet my friend Casey. This was read with permission from Lee and Low Books. Ooh, beads. For sparkle boys everywhere, you make the world bright, Ellen. For my little bright boy Mark, MM. Ooh, and there's a note up here. Abuelita, Spanish for grandma, grandmother. I wonder if we'll meet an abuelita. All right. Jessie adored all things shimmery, glittery, and sparkly. Look at my shimmery skirt, Jessie said to her little brother Casey as she twirled into the living room and her skirt twirled out all around her. Casey looked up from his alphabet blocks. Ooh, shimmery, shimmery, he said, reaching out his hand. I want shimmery. I want shimmery too, Casey. Jessie stopped twirling and her skirt stopped twirling too. You can't have a shimmery skirt, Casey, she said. Why? Casey asked. Because boys don't wear shimmery skirts, said Jessie. Right, Mama? Mama thought for a minute. If Casey wants to wear a skirt, Casey can wear a skirt, she said. I don't have a problem with that. I agree, Mama. Mama went upstairs and came back with a skirt that was now too small for Jessie. Here, buddy, she said to Casey. Try this on. Ooh, shimmery, shimmery, Casey said as he twirled around and his shimmery skirt twirled out all around him. Casey twirled and twirled until he got dizzy and plopped down on his bottom. Casey laughed. Jessie frowned. The next afternoon, Jessie went to a birthday party. When she came home, she raced into the kitchen. Look at my glittery nails, Jessie said, fanning out her fingers. Her nails glittered in the light. Casey looked up from his animal puzzle. Ooh, glittery, glittery, he said, pulling Jessie's hands toward him. I want glittery. Yes, definitely I want glittery too, Casey. Jessie snatched her hands away. You can't have glittery nails, Casey, she said. Why? Casey asked. Because boys don't wear glittery nail polish, said Jessie. Right, Daddy? Daddy thought for a minute. Most boys don't wear nail polish, he said. But Casey can if he wants to. There's no harm in that. I agree, Daddy. Let's see. Ooh, what's Casey gonna put on? Daddy went upstairs and came back with a bottle of glittery polish. Can't you just paint his toenails, Jessie asked, and then make him put on his socks? That's not a bad idea, Daddy said to Casey. What do you say, pal? No, Casey shouted. He held out his hands and kept them perfectly still while Daddy painted his fingernails. Ooh, glittery, glittery, Casey said as he spread his fingers wide so his nails glittered in the light. Jessie shook her head. The next morning, Jessie and Casey's grandmother came to visit. Abuelita, I like your sparkly bracelets, said Jessie. You can have one. I have plenty, Abuelita said. She took off a bracelet and slid it onto Jessie's wrist. Jessie swiveled her arm back and forth and watched the bracelet sparkle. Casey looked up from his dump truck. "Ooh, sparkly, sparkly," Casey said. "I want sparkly." "Yeah, very sparkly." Jessie hid her arm behind her back. "You can't have a sparkly bracelet, Casey," she said. "Why?" Casey asked. "Because boys don't wear sparkly bracelets," said Jessie. "Right, Abuelita?" Abuelita thought for a moment. "I've never seen a boy wear a sparkly bracelet," she said. Until now. Abuelita turned to Casey. "Here, Sparkle Boy," she said. She took off another bracelet and slid it onto Casey's arm. "There's no reason why Casey can't wear a bracelet, Jessie. He isn't hurting anyone." "Ooh, sparkly, sparkly," Casey said as he swiveled his arm back and forth and watched his bracelet sparkle. Jessie stomped her foot and ran inside. I wonder why Jessie feels like that. Let's see. On Saturday, Daddy went grocery shopping and Mama took Jessie and Casey to the library. Jessie came downstairs wearing her shimmery skirt and sparkly bracelet. Her nails glittered in the light. Soon, Mama came downstairs with Casey. He wore his shimmery skirt and his sparkly bracelet. His nails glittered in the light, too. "Mama," Jessie cried as she thrust her fists onto her hips. "Why is Casey dressed like that?" "Because that's how Casey wants to dress," Mama said. "But that's not how boys are supposed to dress," said Jessie. "Casey looks silly." "I don't think Casey looks silly," Mama said, smiling at him. "I think Casey looks like Casey." I think Casey looks like Casey too. Let's see. When Jessie, Casey, and Mama got to the library, story time had already started. They sat in the back to listen. After the librarian finished reading, Mama went to the front desk to check out some books. Jessie and Casey waited for her in the children's room. "I like your skirt," a girl said to Jessie. "And I like your sister's skirt." Jessie didn't say anything. "I'm not a sister," Casey said. "I'm a brother." "You can't be a brother," said the girl. "Why?" asked Casey. "Because you're a girl," she answered. Interesting. "I'm a boy," said Casey. "You are?" an older boy said. He stared at Casey and then laughed. "Hey, look," he called to his friend. "A boy in a skirt." The boy's friend laughed too. Then he knelt in front of Casey. "Dude," he said, "you can't go around wearing a skirt." "Why?" Casey asked. "Because you look weird, and everyone will laugh at you," said the boy. "Why?" Casey asked again. "Because boys don't wear skirts and bracelets and nail polish. Everybody knows that," said the boy. "Right?" he asked, turning to Jessie. What do you think Jessie's gonna say? Let's see. Jessie looked at Casey. His face was scrunching up like it always did right before he started to cry. "Why can't boys wear skirts and bracelets and nail polish?" Jessie asked the boys. "Because," said one of the boys. "That's just the way it is," said the other. "Not any more," said Jessie as she put her arm around Casey's shoulder. "Come on, little guy," she said. "Let's find Mama and go home." I love Jessie standing up for her little brother. Jessie and Casey adored all things shimmery, glittery, and sparkly. Especially each other. The end. That was Sparkle Boy, written by Leslie Newman and illustrated by Maria Mola from Lee & Low Books. Oh my gosh, Teddy, what a wonderful sparkly book. That was Sparkle Boy, written by Leslie Newman and illustrated by Maria Mola. All right, if you want to go grab your parents and go to the link in our description below. You can get your very own copy of Sparkle Boy. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye, friends!